welcome to a new video, welcome to a new vlog, welcome back to another day in my life in New York City, Sunday especially. I don't know why, but my Sundays are really never that fun. It's really the day where I'm getting ready for the following week and I like to have it to myself. So if I don't have plans, to meet with people, it's even better because then I am not running around like crazy. Today we're gonna do things that are not so fun to do and some things that I haven't done in a very long time. I'm talking decades. Before I address that, let me vent a little bit. You probably don't hear it because I have a mic on, but I am living in a very chaotic sound machine right now. Someone buzzed, I'm pretty sure, any other apartment yesterday and their buttons probably got stuck or broken, but it's been since last night that there is a buzzing sound coming out of my ringer and I cannot do anything about it. It is bad enough, unusual, because wherever you ring the bell downstairs, it rings my door. I've done everything to make it fix. They don't really care. They meaning the landlord and property management, bad people in this world. But now it's worse because it is just constantly ringing. So this is my wonderful ringer and this is what I can hear since I think 5 p.m. yesterday. Annoying, isn't it? I have to live like this until they come fix it, but this is probably not happening just in my apartment. I am hoping that people are gonna complain because what I know about American culture is people just get away with it by doing nothing, even though we're paying. People just don't complain enough, and the French side of me wants to do a little revolution. This is not gonna happen. I know I'm gonna be the only one in the streets. I am giving them a few days, and then I'm just gonna cut that shit out. So I've been spending a lot of time in my bedroom. I've been, just watching movies in my bed. I think at 7:30 last night, I was in bed, not complaining about that because then I got to watch a super cool movie. Talking about that, if you haven't watched the last Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, I had no idea I would be so emotional about it. I thought it would be just, comedy and kind of fun. It was, but I cried so much. I kept sobbing. It kept getting into me. And I don't know, maybe you've watched it and it did that to you, but I was not prepared for it. Anyhow, this, I cannot do anything about it. I'm giving them until Wednesday. And if it hasn't been fixed, I'm probably gonna cut it off because I've had enough of this buzzer. So today we're not gonna do a proper Sunday reset like I usually clean and change my sheets and do the laundry. I did the laundry already. I did that on Friday because I was working from home, so that was perfect. And I'm guessing my Sunday reset is gonna be probably my Monday night reset because I have other stuff to do, as I said today, and I wanna fix a few things in the apartment and on something else. Before we tackle all this and you watch me probably struggle, you know what I'm gonna say. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. You've been a lot of people watching this summer and I'm really happy about that. I really thank you for it. And you can always like the video and also leave me a comment. Maybe you have some tips on what you're gonna watch today and what I've done. Spoiler alert, it's already done, but I'm always welcoming any tips in this life. So this is living alone in New York City. Without further ado, let's start the vlog. And you're probably wondering, Jenny, what's that new piece of decor you have here? It is my bike. This week has been challenging, to say the least, and I have a flat tire. So that's another project we're gonna tackle today, which I haven't done in, I wanna say 3 decades. That was the last time I changed a back tire. I tried to get my brother to fly from France, but he was not really keen. That's okay, nothing a woman cannot do these days. So we're gonna change the tire together, and we have other stuff to fix in the apartment. Welcome to my life. It's never boring, but somehow it's never exciting task. You keep coming back, so I guess you enjoy watching me struggle, always with a smile and with some sarcasm because, as I say, I am French. Setup is done. Let's see how long it takes me to change a tire. Thankfully, it is the front tire and thankfully it's, I think, only the tube that is inside. Last time I did that, I think I was not even 10, so it's been 30 years. And I remember at the time, I loved doing it. Putting it in the water to see where the holes were on the tubes and making those little stickers on it. I don't know why. My hobbies have changed, but I haven't done it in 30 years. Hopefully I get to unscrew it. Took those tools, which I'm not gonna name because in my mind they have no names. Hopefully one of them is gonna fit, and I can do that. I wanna say 30 minutes, but let's be optimistic, 45 minutes most likely, and hopefully I can do it. Don't be fooled by the length of these clips because removing the wheel took me 45 minutes. The screws would not unscrew, but it's done. Now, let's see about the rest. My timeline of 45 minutes, let's add an hour to that. Literally an eternity later. It took me close to 2 hours to change that bike tire. I really struggled, not really with the process because it's pretty simple, but with the fact that this is a very old bike and a lot of things are a little bit harder. Like the screws are definitely older and the tire and everything. And I'm just a girl, but you know what? At the end of the day, the bike is all put back together and I am super excited that I managed to do that because halfway through it, I stress texted my brother who still hasn't answered. So I didn't think it would be back into one piece. And the true test is going to be tomorrow when I take it because I have to go to work. Thankfully, I only needed for close to 10 minutes. I mean, I needed more, but I think those 10-minute bike ride is going to be telling on my skills or not. And I struggle so much to put that tire back on that I'm hoping I didn't puncture the tube. I put it back over there and I will probably enjoy nighttime and or night walk with Harrison so nobody can see me struggle going down the stairs and putting that bike outside again. But I had to change because I was covered in dust and dirt. And now we are back home. We went to the park for a good 2 hours. I needed to clear my mind and also stretch my body. Yeah, I just needed to enjoy my Sunday because this was definitely a struggle and there was no way I was gonna stay in a cranky mood. So Harrison deserved a good walk and I deserved a good walk. The weather is really perfect at the moment because it is warm, but there is no humidity and yeah, it's just perfect. So we were in the park for close to 2 hours. Now we're back home and I think I'm gonna stop here for tonight. So I'll pick you up probably tomorrow and we'll do more stuff. But for now, I need a good shower. It is 7 p.m. I think we're gonna get some dinner and then I'm gonna put myself back into my bedroom because I cannot stand the constant buzzing. So we're gonna retrieve to the bedroom with Harrison and try to stay sane and hopefully it's going to get fixed very soon because right now it's buzzing downstairs so anyone can come to the building. Yeah, not very safe for New York City, but pepper spray. Thank God I have some. Happy Saturday. I have great news. First, the bike is working. I am so proud of myself because I'm not gonna tell you that I was scared, but that first ride down Park Avenue was a little bit scary. I was really on edge that the tire would just blow up on me, but that didn't happen. You know, in New York City, you gotta be careful, especially when you're biking, but everything went well and I have a functioning bike again, and that feels so good. I'm pretty sure you don't see that often in lifestyle vlogger, but it is life. I mean, it is my life, and you're getting the ride of it as well. But I do have confessions to make. First, I haven't filmed actually a vlog in 3 weeks, because what you've been seeing is what I filmed when I first came back, but now it's been a month. We're definitely in the thick of it, and it is Labor Day weekend, so I am probably gonna film this weekend in 2 vlogs, because this one, I started it last Sunday, and every week it's the same. I want to vlog so much during the week, but I am such into a rhythm that I don't think about it, or I can't really share what I'm doing, or I just don't have the camera with me. So that's why I'm always filming these vlogs on the weekend. Usually it's a 1-day vlog, but you know, you're getting pieces here and there this time, and I hope it's okay with you. And then another confession is it was my birthday this month in August, and I always feel weird about telling people it's my birthday, because I don't know, it just feels weird. That's how it's always been, and I did enjoy it a lot. I cleared my schedule completely. I think this is a rule from now on. My birthday, Harrison's birthday, who's coming up, I do not want to have anything on the calendar. I do not want to work. It's completely our day. So August 14th was my birthday, and that's exactly what I did. And I didn't film because I wanted just to be with myself and with my boy. I spent a very nice time downtown in Soho. I went into some shops. I couldn't find anything in stores. I went to Lululemon and Aritzia and Mango and Zara, and actually Sephora. I went to pick up my birthday gift, and then I just did something that I hadn't done in such a long time. And if you've been around for a very long time as well, when I was blogging and not vlogging, you know that for me, my photography passion started really in New York, and especially, you know, shooting street style happened to me during Fashion Week, and I used to take my days off and go downtown in Soho and just shoot street style of whoever was passing by that I thought was interesting, and also taking photos of the architecture. And I hadn't done that in a while. I think way before, you know, 2020. So I just wanted to go back to the roots, and that's exactly what I did. I spent an hour and a half just walking around Soho with my camera, took a few shots with no goals in mind, but just have fun. And then I stopped by a great place. I do recommend it because I had such a good time. It is called Bibliothèque. It is a coffee shop, kind of a bar. Also at night, apparently it's a wine bar, and you enter and you're surrounded by books, like if you were in a library, with couches, and you can order, you know, drinks and foods. And I just enjoy a matcha with a very nice vegetarian sandwich and my journal. And then after that, I came back home because I wanted to spend the afternoon with Harrison. Just spent it in the park, and then at night just watch a movie. So I had such a good birthday, and I couldn't find a birthday present, and that's okay, because it came to me a week later when my phone decided to stop working. And that was really, you know, you've been there probably, it's really annoying. But you know, this phone has been through everything with me. I've had it since 2019. I bought it secondhand. Like, I always buy refurbished when it comes to phone, because I'm not a big phone user, believe it or not. I don't spend that much time on my phone, and this one has been broken. Like, the screen was half broken for a good year and a half, but this one is dead, donezo. I had to buy a new phone. Here's my birthday present, completely unexpected. I got it on Back Market. This is not sponsored, fully paid for it. I just needed the phone to come here as soon as possible because I needed to be reachable, and also I needed to reach people. I just bought this for, I think it was $300, and it is the Samsung Galaxy. That means that I needed the accessories. Let's try to take care of that phone. And that's the annoying part. Every time you change phone, you have to change accessories. So I ordered a phone case, a tempered glass, and headphones. And I took the ones with a wire. I've never stopped using wires, to be honest. I had the ones, you know, like the AirPod styles, but for Samsung. But there's always a problem with the sound. So we're going back to vintage. And I think I've seen a lot of people around also going back to the cables. I like this phone a lot. And if you know me, I took the pink one. It works. I'm not gonna sing. Honestly, be thankful for it. Can't sing, but I have some moves. And I think the tempered glass, I'll do it later because right now it does have a protective one, but you can see all the fingerprints. And to be honest, they didn't install it pretty well. So I've had the phone for a good week now. So it was about time that this came. And it's working perfectly. Even the battery is lasting me 2 days, which is great. And then this is just another one that came in the mail at the same time. It's Harrison's medicine. Let's keep on fixing some more things because I've had lived without them for probably before I went on vacation, before I went to France. I'm talking about those lights. When I did the glow up of the kitchen, I installed some of them underneath as to get a little bit more light over here. Unfortunately, they fell off. These things are supposed to be sticking underneath the cabinet. One of them already fell. I fixed it back in the spring and then it turned out that 2 other ones fell and only one over there is still sticking. And I think the problem is not really the sticker. Of course, it could be stronger, but I think the problem is that the steam goes up and I think the steam is what makes the tape not sticking. So I've been going through my toolbox. I did fix it on the other one and I used those super tiny screws and I'm gonna try to do it again. Now, they're not super flat. I do not want it to get a gap in between, you know, the plate here and where it's supposed to be magnetic. This is me trying to fix it with what I have at home. We're gonna do with what I have. I'm gonna try to screw them back. I am missing the light here. It is very nice when I'm cooking, when I'm doing dishes, or even in the morning when I'm making my coffee and I do not want to turn on the big lights. And I still do recommend them because they were super cheap and they are very durable. I only charge them once every 2 weeks. Excuse me, I have a spot on my plug here. Should probably clean the kitchen actually. This literally took me 5 minutes and I've been pushing it out for a few months. Procrastination is going to be the death of me. And since we're here and I have this beautiful light now and my kitchen looks just as good as it used to when I finished it, we're gonna stay in the kitchen and I am gonna bake. My friend invited me for dinner tonight and they invited me this morning. So I don't really have time to go to the store in order to pick up stuff to bring. Therefore, I have been trying to find a way on how to show up not empty-handed because it's not nice. They're gonna laugh because I think the last time I went to their place, I brought exactly the same thing. This is not our first try in this channel on making this dessert slash breakfast slash whenever you want to. I have a stash of banana. We're gonna make a banana bread. I don't think I'm gonna put chocolate chips because I do not have enough of them, but it's okay. You know, we can just spray peanut butter or jam whenever we want. And that's what I love about banana bread. It's because usually I put whatever I want on top of it. Anyhow, I'm not gonna tell you all the way that I eat my banana bread because that would be outrageous, but that's what we're gonna make right now. And I have an hour and a half before we have to leave. I'm going with Harrison because if I show up without Harrison, the kids are gonna have questions. I've done it before. I don't recommend it. And they are super cute, so I cannot wait to see them. And I am thinking we're probably gonna get a nice margarita for my birthday or some wine. And I would have brought a bottle of wine, but I don't have anything right now. So banana bread is the way to go because I know the kids love it and we love it as well. So there is no age to enjoy banana bread. So let's bake. Banana bread is in the oven and it should take approximately an hour. And I still have one banana because I know it's gonna go bad if I don't use it. Usually what I do, I freeze them. Sometimes I like to do smoothies, but also sometimes I like to make my own ice cream. I believe they call it nice cream. Blended frozen banana, a little bit of milk. I like to put peanut butter. Sometimes I just like to put it fruity, so I put pineapple and then I top it with some nuts and granola or whatever I have on hand, and that's my kind of healthy sweet desserts because I have a sweet tooth and sometimes trying to get some healthy stuff is better than the overly processed stuff. So that's what I do when I have extra bananas. I think I'm gonna stop the video here. I think we've been very productive in this vlog. I am definitely super happy that I have my bike again, so I can go on long bike ride, and you know, it's always easier to go to work because I don't really enjoy taking the subway, which we're gonna have to do in a little bit. And I should actually check if the train is running because on the weekend, the 7 train to go to Queens is not always reliable. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well and I hope you had a very nice summer. Hopefully the weather is still gonna be nice until October. Before I let you go, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you liked it, if you think that I did a good job with my bike. I'm sorry if this is not something you wanted to watch, but you know, it's part of my life and I don't see why I would not share with you my dilemma with my washing machine and my laundry room and my bike, and that's part of making it fun. I hope you're doing well, I hope you're taking care of yourself, and I hope you're having a very nice weekend or week whenever you're watching this. I will see you very soon. I will see you next week. Ciao! And yeah, apart if I'm getting, and if I'm getting, I'm always, you know, I love looking at the, I don't think why. So it is by the conservancy, we said by the, I don't remember. I filmed a few clips, New York City lifestyle vlogger with a very nice vegan, always buy refurbished and vintage, you know, the tape not stick in the kitchen. All the way I eat mine, and I'm not gonna